Hi everyone. Okay. Yes, I said yes to a few of you that wanted to see a face, And straight away when I was asked that, I thought of someone that actually has the perfect face. All right. So you don't know who this person is, or you might know because I have spoken about them before. This is a young man called Jimin, and he's from BTS, boys that slay. So I chose his face because elementally, also, he has kind of, everything I actually talk about at the same time. And so if you look at the picture here, how full and baby faced, and then of course a few years later as he's matured. Okay, so at the moment he's coming into this part here of his face, and this part that is actually here is 27 to 28. So that's what he's coming into, and you can see there's room for in that particular area. So when there's room, it's free from blemishes, etc., etc. It means he's going to do very, very well. It's like very, very prosperous in that way. This part here, it can be challenging if you're tampering with it in that sense. And of course, all celebrities, all movie stars, they've all got to get the hair out. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's how we're looking at it at that age. It's clear, so it's good. So really, this guy's face is an open book. All right. So that rounded the forehead, the plump face, the dreamy eyes, and that has turned into, and now it's this strong chin. And so you may not see how strong it is. I'm going to drag some pictures across. And hair elementally is the wood element. So hair being the wood element, he's colored his hair a lot. Like there's all these different colors that he's gone through. So I'm going to drag that across here. So if you look at all of them, you can see how young even when he was that young, he still had that perfect face. And the reason I'm talking about him is because the three levels, like how I talked about the three levels before, his human level is actually bigger than his heavenly and his earthly, which means it means something, yes, but I just want to finish this first. So in that, his hairline, as you can see, his hairline is high as well. And when you look at it, like where he's got that pink hair, he was called Cotton Candy, I think. The girls love giving me these. They're part of Army, which is their fandom. So they love giving me these. So with the pink, where he's got the pink hair, that is the fire element. And that is like saying, look at me. That's how it works. And then you can see the earthy tones, the grey tones throughout each picture. And when it's the grey and the earthy tones, it's look at my talents, like look what I can do at the same time. His hair is thick, which means very, very strong energy. There's endurance there. He can just keep going, okay? And because of all the different colors and all of that, obviously their hair grows very, very quick. The quicker your hair grows, okay, and please do not send me then how do I make my hair grow? I don't know. My hair's wash and wear, always has been. When your hair grows, the faster your hair grows, it's your nature. There's a generous nature about you as well. All right. And with the hairline, how square it is, that is um, he could have been rebellious in that sense, like he could have been a very rebellious child, but uh, in this particular life that he led, that he has had, he's been training. They train, so they train for years before they're actually accepted into a group, etc. But for him, he could have been that kid that threw a tantrum every single minute, etc. But thank you, Ada, for sending me. He did martial arts. So the martial arts then disciplined this kid. Okay. He did, I don't know, 4 or 5 different martial arts. And so that martial arts actually disciplined him. So do you see, it wasn't here. Here it just was like there's a rebellious youth here. Okay, when I look at that. Rebellious but creative. Okay. So he fixed that, or he decided to do that, or his parents sent him to martial arts, etc., etc. Okay. But all the tones, all the colors, and if you have a look at the black and white one, at the bottom, it's got his chin line. Now you can see how this is power. And I don't think he knows how much power he actually has. All right. So not his, yes, he's eye candy as well. He's very, very handsome. He was in, and I don't know if he still is, but he was in the top, most handsome. Okay. With Brad Pitt and all that. Brad Pitt. That was for Brad Pitt. Okay, so we're going to move that across now. All right. So with the three levels of for his face, the heavenly means that he's hands-on. Okay, and he loves doing things with his hands in that sense. So when I'm looking then at this part, so this is the human part. He is in control. He's in control of any situation that is given to him. And how it's given to him, etc. Different story. Then we've got the earthy. This earthy here is intuition. It's like brightness, that intuition that he actually would have as well. So up here, this is what you are born with. You are sent here from heaven. This is why it's called heaven. It's determined at your time of birth. In the culture I come from, Arabs, your destiny is actually is written on your forehead, but nobody can see it. Not good to us there. The human level, that's how you decide to live your life. You're considerate of others or not. And with that, you can see how strong that is. Yes, when he was younger, it was fuller, but now he's quite strong. And then the earth part comes from all your surroundings, your environmental influences, who raised you, who taught you things, how do you learn things. Instead of challenging nature, you recognize, you respect, and you respond to it. And that's what this is saying. That is power. All right. I've just got points here, and I'm going to go through the points. So 1 to 14 is the ears. Better to hear you, my dear. Little Red Riding Hood. So he does have good ears. He actually has amazing ears. If you ever get a chance to, I'll actually put a link of him, and then you'll see the talent this guy has. Okay. All right. I'll just stay with the other 2 pictures, with those 2. So the size of his ears, the position of his ears is quality and intelligence. So listening and learning is how this works. Now, when I say quality of intelligence, your ears, if you go either way, I know I said it in the last one, which I will also put the link there so you get that beginning type of thing. His ears are not too high, not too low, so they're just right. So they're between the eyebrow and the tip of the nose, right? Yes, I know mine go a little bit longer. I've got more intelligence. Anyway, so with your ears, you know how Buddha has the ears are hanging even longer? That's enlightenment. Okay, so the longer your ears are, the better. His earlobes, there's no earlobes, so it's still like it's stuck to his face, it's connected to his face. So that means it's very hard for him to let things go. That's all. Nothing more than that. With eyes are for seeing as well, but your eyes are also your energy, your ambition. You know, you're not just standing there, it's your talent, and people can see that in your eyes. You can see he has very, very strong eyes. Okay. He's the kid that learns from his lessons. So his eyes are 30s. So we're at 27, 28 here, which is kind of what he's going into. And then, sorry, I have to turn my head, 29, 30. 29, 30. So it's 28 he's coming into, 20, 29, 30, 31, 32. And this is the eyebrow. So, and his eyebrows are clean eyebrows, okay? But with his eyes, your eyes are you. It's, you know, when you start flowering, that's your eyes, all right? And it is your 30s. The bottom of his eyes, it's not over curved, okay, the bottom. So it means he has a deep, an open nature, but he has deep set eyes. And when you have that, he is pretty laid back as well. That's what it means. The eyes, his eyes are not close together. You can see there's a good distance there. That means he's a trendsetter. So, you know, he could start anything basically, and the world will want it, love it, that sort of thing. Color is important today, but color was not important. The color of your eyes was not important in face reading, because majority of people had either brown or black, hazel very little, that type of thing, until, you know, because this started in countries where they just had dark eyes. Your eyes actually weaken in color anyway as you get older. So yeah, but I've seen in some of these pictures, they've got hazel eyes, or they've got, you know, different colored eyes. So with hazel eyes, it's the hazel is the wood. So that's a clever and keen nature. So it'd be interesting to see what he did when he had those hazel eyes and that sort of thing. Okay. There was something else I wanted to say. Sometimes there are lines between the eyebrows along here. He doesn't have those unless he makes that face type of thing. So, yeah, he does it. It's called the seal of the stamp. So he doesn't have that. He's too young probably to have that anyway. 27 going on 28. Okay. When you have brown eyes, it's an attractive thing, and it's a balanced character. This is what you give off to people at the same time. All right. So nose, great nose. That nose, you know, when I talk feng shui and the house, and then the turtle, this. Well, the house is the nose, and then you've got other mountains to support it. And all his mountains are so strong. You know, this is his phoenix, so reinvents from the ashes. Sorry, I have to go that way like I'm looking at them. All right. So dragon, tiger. Dragon is wisdom, tiger is courage, and then the turtle is here, not at the top, not the way in a house. So the turtle is the water element. Your jaw is the water element. All right. He doesn't really have to worry about his jawline, because that's your 70s, 60s chin, 70s jawline. It's very, very strong. jawline. All right, so with this nose, because it is so strong, this is money and power. It's midlife accomplishments. So that's your 40s. The tip of his nose, that generates money, and he can handle money. So when the tip actually is, when they say, when you're down and out, something always turns up. It's other people's noses. So if his nose, like you could see his nostrils, then that means he can't hold his money and it's pouring out. Okay, and with the nose, he has how do I put it? It's a great nose. It's not malicious. It's not. It has money making ability. There's ambition here, and this ambition will be seen by the whole world. Okay, because of how full his nose is. So both nostrils are full, etc. He does have the nostrils here also are open. They're not like this or down that, which means he consumes more. They call it consuming more air. More air means then power, and it's a capacity for abundance of energy and this drive that you can succeed. Okay. When people are smiling, sometimes they will have that. This is called phalanx, so it's deep. Mine's deep because I'm always smiling, but that's more your 50s kind of thing. High-ranking officials, were chosen because of that in those days. Now, the philtrum is, remember I was talking to you about, I was saying before in the previous one when I introduced face reading that the angels, when you were in your mummy's tummy, the angels touched there, and that's, yeah. So it's called Genshin. Okay. So it indicates also, for those that are interested, the philtrum also indicates the sex of your child. So when you're pregnant, this actually changes. Next time, notice it. Also, it's fertility, it's creative abilities at the same time. And there was something else I had to say about his nose. It's very strong. Yes, the philtrum is strong because the nose is strong and it goes down like this. But he has this energetic nature. So if you have a look at this, his is very long. It's not wide at the top or wide at the bottom. It's one size type of thing. So this is an energetic nature. It's long life, and because of the way that it is, it means he'll be taken care of in his old age. There you go. He does have full lips, well balanced. He doesn't have an upper thin lip or a lower thin lip. Very, very so. They're sensual. They're emotional. Thick meaning honesty, loyalty, and not good listeners, good sense of humor. Okay, so I used to have really big lips, but I don't know what happened. Even my smile has shrunk. Okay, his cheekbones, strong as, outgoing, friendly, confident, cautious nature. Okay, as I said, the chin is the 70s, 60s, and jaw is the 70s. That is a lot of stamina, determination. This is your level of assertiveness at the same time. It's intuition, it's willpower, and it's ambition. So as it goes rounded at here, just so it's solid, then just rounded, and it's rounded and firm. It's not, that means it's enjoyment of life. So he enjoys life. He has positive virtue and determination, I think I've said before, but it's in the chin as well. And he does succeed very safely. He's very comfortable as he gets older. So as he goes into his 28 years of age, he will utilize all his influences, his basically his attitude, his good deeds, his knowledge, his job, and his family. All of that is amazing in his face. He really should not have a problem with success. He should not have a problem with people, as in friends, family, colleagues, anybody that is like that. So that the whole shape is what we call the perfect shape. And as he got older, it actually became stronger. So if you look at the two pictures, that's why I put them side to side. And you will see that, yes, even though whatever size these were, they are still the same size because the top part was shorter and you can see it's still as in smaller than the other two. So what he came here with was shorter, which is not an issue again. It just uh, when you have, and he actually, I've seen his lines in some of the pictures. He does have occasional lines when he makes a face. And so, the seven planets that are here, he's too young to actually have all that. But just keep in mind when you remove the line, you remove the lesson. And I've got lines, I just have to do this. Yeah. and so also, I'm going to put a link. There's a thing that the girls have also told me that when you Jimin in, so when you look at his videos and things like that, and he's dancing, you can't Jimin out, so you can't get out. You're like captivated. That is, it is exactly who he's living his life to exactly who he is. So hopefully that helps you a bit. If not, buy the book. All right. Good night.